We got GermanLuk on the bottom, Jaber on the right, and Cypher over here, and differently on whoever video you're gonna grab on this.
I think it's the same on mine. Kinda.
Okay, we'll see though. But everybody, welcome. We're here to talk serious stuff, adult stuff.
Adult stuff.
Adult.
PG-13.
Exactly. Yeah, PG-13 minimum. By the way, on the right, I'll have streamingliveacademy.com, the website. That's where you need to go. Actually, you should pause this, go there, and then come back. Yeah.
Right now.
Do it.
Or watch this on a post written by Endwar there. Definitely. Like 100%.
Hey, what happened to my Fortnite post? It's gone. I didn't repost it or something because I was looking like it's not here anymore. But that's a different topic. Today's topic is about copyright strikes on YouTube.
The misuse
How do we
of
feel about
copyright strikes. Misuse? The
That
abuse.
is true.
The abuse, that's the word.
Abuse.
The abuse.
Abuse
Yes.
of copyright strikes.
Abuse, bully, trolling, bullying, misusing. So
Do you want to
anyway,
give
just
a little
give you
background
context,
story? Oh yeah, sorry. There you go.
Oh, you're good, yeah. So with me, I started doing the Xbox Game Pass Quest videos a long time ago. I didn't even know this troll, the guy who used the system to copy strike, not claim, literally just strike. So the difference is claim, you'll separate the monetization or take all of it, but the video stays on YouTube. A strike takes it down, no questions asked. And so the problem is, our video is really similar because we're doing the Game Pass quests, and you know, it's kind of like A to B, and this is how you do it. This is the game. This is what you need to do. And so there's a lot of similarities. He abused the system on YouTube, the automated system, to convince it that it was his video. And since there is, I believe, enough percentage that it is similar, the system just auto-checked and then copy-striked my video. I countered it. He never replied. Emailed him. He never replied. He blocked me on social medias, so I couldn't talk to him. And YouTube doesn't have a straight line, you know, that you can get a human being to check it. It's all just computerized, unless you're a partner. And even then, it's a little hard. But yeah, that's pretty much the situation. I got to strike 2. If you get to strike 3, you're out. But then YouTube will prioritize you, thanks to Lord Cypher over there. Check that out. That you will get a priority ticket once you reach that. Thing is, Game Pass Quest happened 2 days ago, and he hasn't copy striked any of them. And so he's just keeping it at a 2-strike, hoping that I wouldn't go for the 3rd. But I think he's not going to go for the 3rd because then it gets serious of him, you know, abusing the system.
Yeah. Well, at some point, I'm assuming he would have to prove the copyright. Like, why?
Yeah,
Right.
and I think he doesn't want to reach that point.
I thought you'd have to do it now. Like, if you're appealing them, surely they've got to go to him and say, right, why? How is this the same as your video? Do you know what I mean?
But apparently they don't. My counter, I typed it all out. From what I understand, someone will read it, and then if they see that it tickles them right or whatever, they'll just forward it to him. They really never ever check the video unless you're like important.
Right.
So they
There is
forward
an
it to him.
algorithm. There is actually an algorithm that checks a specific percent of similarity. So if your video have, I don't know, 40% of similarities between title, meta description, and maybe some of the content, like maybe because I don't really know it. But if it does, then it will automatically do everything. So it will automatically copyright strike you. I suppose. I don't actually believe that guy didn't copy strike you 3 times. I don't believe it because I think he's a douchebag and an incapable of use his brain person. So I think he actually did copy strike you more than 2 times. But the point is that maybe the 3rd time there is somewhat a human type of control, maybe. Then it doesn't go on and automatically block a channel that has maybe, I don't know, more than 1,000 followers.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
I can see that.
I mean,
Okay.
it makes sense for them.
I would hope so. So you think the
So
first
our
couple
fleet-
strikes just go through based on the AI or the algorithm, and then the third
Almost
one is a lot-
100% because they
Third
will
one is
never have enough people to actually watch all of that content.
Yeah.
First
Right.
point,
Mhm.
and the second point is generally when you copy strike someone, the type of content that you are going to copy strike is probably a company content,
Mhm.
and if they don't act fast, they can actually start a lawsuit on it, and that's never a good thing for YouTube. So they are like, okay, you do you, and if you did something wrong, we will see that later. For now, do the freak you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. The third strike, it got checked by human. They realized it's not working.
I mean,
So if you're
people
there
said
for-
that they received it, but I don't know, honestly.
So are strikes removable? So if you
90 days.
right, is it automatically after 90 days to get removed, or is it if you counter it successfully, would they remove it instantly, or they would always stay on there even though you didn't do anything wrong in this case?
They disappear after 90 days, even if. Well, yeah, you need to counter it if I remember right to be able to remove it.
Mhm.
To return your video, but to remove the strike itself, you can just do nothing, and in 90 days it'll disappear.
Okay. And then you
so
start
my video's
over.
gonna come back, but that point, even by now, it's irrelevant. So he took all those views on those videos.
So with that, that's true. I didn't think about that. With the videos down, the watch time goes, the views goes. It's all scratched.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the search go away, so you are basically losing probably a hell lot of income, especially if that's one of your biggest videos. Yes. Plus, if you are earning money, those money goes to the other person. Like, generally, Google takes that money and put it on a third bag. So if the copyright strike was fake, they will actually give the money back to the owner. But it seems that not every time they had this third bag, and a lot of times the copyright strike was actually earning other people money without any good reason.
Yeah. That is a little messed up.
Totally.
I should see that
Yeah.
within their. Obviously, if you're a what do they call it, a mod for YouTube, surely they can see if he's been copyrighting so many videos of Endwars that it looks like that he's got a vendetta.
A personal vendetta. It's just personal.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he just mass copy strikes everything just for the hell of it?
Probably what he's been doing, to be fair.
Because you
You
didn't
know.
just get one video taken down, right? It was like one strike included like 5 videos or something like that at one time?
Like 8 videos, yeah.
Right, yeah.
One of them was about 7,
Wow.
8 videos. Then the second one was only 1 video, and it was the best one. He left the one that nobody really ever watches, which last week I tweaked it a little bit. But yeah,
Question, Jabor. Honestly, how do you think that that YouTube can actually understand if that's like a copyright strike for a vendetta or just to bother someone? Like, honestly, there is probably no way, because imagine if you create a new account on YouTube and you start selling my content. I can copyright strike you easily. You maybe sold 20, 50 of my videos. Like, that's not a vendetta, that's my content, and you have to copyright strike every one of them, you know? So
I think I've never copyright striked anyone, right? But I think the parameters should be is that you have to have a viable reason, not like he copied my video, right? It should be, why has he copied your video? How has he copied your video? How is it the same? How is it this, that, the other? Do you know what
actual timestamps, maybe even
Yeah.
like proof, physical
okay,
evidence.
question mark, guys. Imagine this. How many hours of a video are uploaded every minute on YouTube? Do you know the answer?
I thought it was something like 400 million minutes per minute or something like
A
that.
lot.
Uploaded.
300 hours of videos are uploaded every minute on YouTube. Well, now,
Wow.
explain me who will have the time to watch all of that, honestly. 300 hours every
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, no one. No,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah.
But I think what Jaber was referring to though is like on the copy striker, the person claiming, like definitely someone checking it out. It's still hard, but making it harder for the copyright striker that they actually have to build it up, which still, I think I've searched online. There's actually companies that will pay people to actually build that case up and as much as possible. Just watch a video and just find 1 second of it that they can copy claim.
True.
But
That's true.
I think it comes down to what Cypher said, though. If the copyright strike would take too long and a company is losing X amount of money in the meantime, simply because YouTube is just taking so long to check it, YouTube would be in trouble down the road.
That's the point.
Like, I think they need this system to like instantly copyright strike something if a company is losing millions by the day because of this stolen video service, whatever it is. I think YouTube would be in big trouble.
Well, there's a way that YouTube could use that to make just a tiny bit of money, is if they put a fee on it to fast track it. So if you fast tracked it, then it'll automatically copyright strike it, but obviously the fee would have to be about $30 or something like that.
In all of this, we have two problems, guys. The first problem is that I will address the fee. You are basically giving more opportunities to those who have more money. So if you are a big company, you can pay all of the fees that you want. You don't really care.
Right.
So that's almost like a monopoly. So that's a thing that can actually create troubles for YouTube. The second part is that YouTube has to create a situation in which they actually will not have lawsuits against them. So what they do is basically they make everything easier for the people that want to copy strike and harder for the people that have to deal with it. Because if they do the opposite, they may actually be the company that are receiving the lawsuit. Okay?
Right.
YouTube don't want this kind of problem. So they are trying to make it like, I will do the bare minimum to save my ass and at the same time to help people.
Right.
That's the idea.
And they depend on ads too, so it's not like the users getting copyright striked. Like, I mean, I do YouTube Premium, so YouTube, hear me out. But anyway, content creators, I've heard from big ones that they say that their YouTube Premium paying subscribers actually bring more income for their views than non-premium, but not enough people do it, so it's not, it's not enough to self-sustain. And of course, people don't want to pay for YouTube. Cheap steaks. Freemium games. Raid Legends. Most awesome game on the fucking face of this earth. Timestamp that one.
Yeah. Definitely the most advertised game.
Well,
mobile.
Probably.
But-
Probably.
Their advertising budget must be like that. It's on every video.
But I agree with the fees, and like you said, Cypher, it would create a monopoly. And I think on the other side, it's just, I mean, it was the manpower that YouTube would have to employ to actually have a human check it every single time. So you got to find the balance of, even for smaller creators like us to afford it, but still for YouTube be able to pay someone to do it. And then big companies, they don't even care about the fees. Like you said, they would just throw all their money at it to get it resolved instantly. I think it would be a really fine line for YouTube to walk on to make it worth their time financially, and not build a monopoly and not make it accessible to smaller creators. Like, it's probably not possible.
Yeah. That's hard.
How would you fix this?
Make everybody pay. Most users should be paying for YouTube. So you don't have to suck the ads empire's dick. But no one wants to do that.
Do you think
That's
that
my-
YouTube will survive if they ask everyone to pay?
No.
I think they would if the consumer changed, but the consumer usually won't, and I'm pretty sure it won't. So that's why I don't think it can.
The consumer would just go to a different platform that's free. Twitch, in essence, is
Exactly.
still free. You could watch Twitch all day without paying. I think unless every video streaming, whatever service charges set amount, I think the consumer will just move on to the next free thing. No matter how awesome YouTube is, but at the end of the day, we're not paying for it. We don't want to pay for it. We'll just move on to the next thing.
That's true.
There's a lot of alternatives as well. There's
Yeah.
BitTube, Dailymotion, and I think on Twitch, something I noticed on Twitch the other night as I was clipping something. So you can actually put a thumbnail on your clips now.
You can, yeah.
You could theoretically upload something
You can.
and onto there.
You can put videos onto your Twitch platform as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think like the simple fact that YouTube is free is still why it's around. Like, I don't know. Like, even though like streaming services like Netflix, they are competitors of YouTube, not directly, I guess, because it's not 100% the same thing. But because YouTube is free, I don't think they ever have to worry about it, unless Netflix would go free. Things like that.
And that's
Not gonna happen.
not gonna happen.
No.
I just think the
Yeah. That.
Netflix.
That's why I
and
prefer. Sorry, Jaber, go.
I'm just saying Netflix and YouTube to me are different because theoretically we can't upload to Netflix, can we?
No. But you can stream YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why I mean it's not like the most direct competitors, but in a set like they're still a competitor. Because at the end of the day, they're still competing for the consumer's time to watch something. So in that sense,
YouTube Red's growing as well. What I think.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, to go back on the fixing, I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, that's the issue. People complain about the system to work, but at least on me, I'm a firm believer that we as a consumer, yes, there's a fine balance between accessibility, kind of like Mark Zuckerberg likes to say, we don't charge for Facebook, so everyone can use it. We just sell their data and they're the product,
Right.
not Facebook, right? The people are the product. I believe that people as consumers should pay for their service because then your money talks, not some ad or some other person, because someone's got to pay it. Nothing is free.
No.
So someone decides who's big boss. And so when people don't want to pay, then someone else becomes the boss, in a sense. And so that's just people, man. Freemium games on mobile games is pure evidence of it. And yes, some places people are poor, so they can't afford, $10 a month for Netflix per se. But I feel like it would reach that is more fixable than the mentality of always free something.
Mm-hmm.
true.
Did your parents ever tell you you get what you pay for?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I mean if you
My
order
parents
stuff off
will-
AliExpress, it's like the definition of you get what you pay for. You wait half a
That-
year, you forget about it, it suddenly shows up on your doorstep, most likely broken, and then after 2 days it's like, that's why it was 50 cents. It's
That is true.
Yeah.
It's like my parents, like their ideology of like subscription services were like who would want that? Like I want to pay for what I want, and if I can't afford it, I don't need it. Right?
True.
But nowadays everybody's mentality is like, especially in America with credit cards, oh, I can't afford it? Well, technically I can. So I'm going to buy it with someone else's money.
yeah, that's a big problem in the States, I agree. I think to some extent it's maybe not that much. Well, yeah, people don't want to pay for it, but I think it's also just the consumer will always go the path of the least resistance. So whatever is just easier to obtain. and YouTube is just easy, like all the way through.
Plug and play. Literally.
On mobile, on PC, wherever you are. So it plays a role in it, I would say. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
So basically, we are spoiled people that wants everything for free, and we don't want to pay anything. That's basically the attitude that we created in the last 20 years.
Yeah, free and just the least resistance. And it came to the point where we want things now. We don't want to wait for it. We want it tomorrow. I mean, Amazon Prime shipping, we don't want to wait 2 days for it. Yes, that's true. Yeah, it's like...
You remember...
It's all built on, like, impulse, I feel like, nowadays. You just
it is.
relying on people's, like, impulse decisions, emotional... They want it in the moment, and you need to deliver it in the moment, because if you don't, and they go home and they have time to think about it, then they might not end up actually going for it or buying it, recalling it, whatever it is.
Even in gaming, if you noticed, do you ever play RuneScape?
Huh? RuneScape?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. If you remember, I don't know if you played it enough, you would, when you lost and you messed up, or if someone betrayed you in your clan or something, or even an opponent, when you lost hours of investment on objects and whatnot, right? Nowadays, games, you die or something, you just reboot back at your base and you have all your items, or your items weren't that important anyway, because you have hundreds and hundreds of them.
I think
there's no real failure.
I think, well, if we go like the MMO route, I think it plays into people, like I said, they want it yesterday, so the games need to be like, people want to reach end game all the way. No one wants to grind anymore, no one wants to play the risk anymore. I think a good example is like World of Warcraft. With the state the game is in right now, it goes in, like you load in and you can reach end game within a matter of just a couple days.
That's not true. That's bullshit. That's absolutely dog crap. You can do that in, I suppose, if you are fast with your credit card, 5 minutes. Yeah. If you pay fast enough, you can actually reach the maximum level easily.
Oh yeah.
And then for the rights, just click the menu. I am this role. Pick me, guys. Pick me.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's still, if you really want to reach endgame, you still got to grind it a little bit. But that's what I mean. Like, it's not rewarding. There's no reward into it anymore because you can buy your end level. There's no reward of actually grinding through it. Meanwhile, at least Classic WoW, I think it shows the difference. Classic is a lot more rewarding. Like, every level feels rewarding, right? Like, it's a grind. It actually takes a lot of time to reach the next level. And it makes sense to reach the next level because you get an upgrade. Now in WoW, you load in, you either grind for a day, you get to end level, or you swipe it, $60, and you're at end level.
It's all immediate gratification.
Yeah.
Instant.
Yeah.
It is.
Life's too short. You gotta do everything today kind of attitude.
But at that point, you are not actually enjoying it anymore.
No. Because then the game gets boring after just a couple hours.
Not only that, but if you work towards a goal, when you reach that goal, you had all of this journey and you are happy with yourself, with what you did. But if you just reach it like this, well, that's cool. Okay, what is the next thing? Like, you don't feel that.
Yeah, the in-between. Between A and B.
Yeah.
The
you have to love the process, not the actual goal.
Yeah.
That's called. The destination is not the reward. The journey is.
Yeah. That's more sexy. Yeah.
That's the title for the video.
That's a good title. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, boys, we have about 3 minutes.
Let's wrap it up.
A lot, yeah.
Got a little off track, but don't abuse the copyright system. Just don't.
Yeah.
Spoiled motherfuckers.
You need a bleep there.
Timestamp. I got it.
Do you bleep it out? I didn't bleep it out in my videos.
No, I do like a different sound. I just like putting like a different sounds on it.
Oh.
I want the quack, quack. You know, the duck. I want the duck.
Duck.
That's one. I want that one.
That's literally how I searched for it that one time when I needed it. It's like duck sound. Wah.
Well, boy, I think we're set. appreciate all
Okay.
you who came.
Yeah.
I think we can leave it at that.
If you have
Okay.
any new topic that you would like us to speak about and to maybe argue with you, write it down below, and we will be glad to actually answer your questions.
Cypher likes to
Educated. Educated conversations.
Educated, not spoiled ships. Okay.
Cheers. All right, boys. Jaber over here.
Yeah.
GermanLuk. Lord Cypher.
Streaming Live
on-
Academy.
.com.
Yes.